How about them Cowboys? Angry Cowboys fan. Born to battle. Storm just means we never sell. America's team through thick and thin. When the sun shines bright, that's where we win. Angry Cowboys fan.
What's going on, Cowboys Nation and Angry Cowboys fans around the world? Y'all know who it is. It's your man, the Angry Cowboys Fan. And Cowboys Nation is getting super excited about the recent news that's been circulating when it comes to the Dallas Cowboys being aggressive and going after a game changer on the defensive side of the ball. Yes, Angry Cowboys Fan family, the Dallas Cowboys have been in talks about making moves before the trade deadline. One team that they've mentioned is the Las Vegas Raiders to acquire about Maxx Crosby, star pass rusher for said Raiders. So, Cowboys Nation, we're going to take a listen to a few clips from the Pat McAfee Show about the topic of Maxx Crosby potentially becoming a Dallas Cowboy. After we're done with the clips, you know what we're going to do. We're going to come back and unpack this raw and uncut. So, Angry Cowboys fans, let's take a listen to what the guys over on the Pat McAfee Show had to say.
There'll be a lot of folks that want to get in on Maxx Crosby, I promise you that.
What makes Max different? Obviously his motor. Is that everything?
I think when you think of Jared Allen and he's all those guys wrapped in one. I mean, he's relentless. And does he have the biggest, strongest looking body? No, but man, he's powerful. But his motor is unbelievable.
He's also a menace. It feels like he would be a great Cowboy.
He has unbelievable hands. I'm sorry to interrupt, but I love watching Max. You could have three different defenders at different levels get to him, and he does such a good job. He's never looking at his blocker. He's always looking at the quarterback, wherever the ball is, and he's just so good flipping his hips, flipping his shoulders, his hands. Like, he never lets guys get a good shot on him, and he can also, though, you have to be able to bull rush as well. So Max definitely has the power, but he's so fluid with his hands and just relentless. He just doesn't let anybody block him. Like, it's really fun to watch.
I'm telling you, Cowboys Nation, this would be a great pickup for the Dallas Cowboys and an even greater pickup for Jerry Jones. Why? Because he can have the last laugh when it comes to the Micah Parsons trade. Replacing Parsons is going to be on the top of Jerry's to-do list, so he can appear right, Cowboys Nation. He can appear right throughout the entire situation. But hey, whatever makes the Dallas Cowboys succeed, whatever makes the team better, I'm down for. But let's go ahead and get into the second clip, Cowboys Nation, because I got a lot to say when it comes to this raw and uncut. So let's go ahead and roll that clip.
That would be a very
Condor
cool
the Cowboy.
That would be a very cool Cowboy.
Yeah.
And Jerry Jones goes, "This fucking guy's available?" Remember, I said, hey, I got these picks now. You never know what's going to happen. People never think I'll bring in another pass rusher. Same, a little bit older, maybe, actually. This guy, he's already been paid. This guy's a little bit older. Nobody would expect me.
Cheaper, too.
Nobody would expect me to give up a couple firsts for that. Boom! Then the Magic Man does it again. Look at the landman pulling this thing off. Maxx Crosby now is getting to the quarterback. And the Dallas Cowboys all the way back. We got MVP Dak. Everybody's calling me a big dumb dipshit. MVP Dak Prescott. Now we got the Condor playing for the Cowboys. And don't look now. Zebraflu's excited. Jerry Jones has a chance to really do something sweet here. And then he has a chance to walk his ass right out to those cameras. Probably big tucking. Had to. Bring him in. What'd I fucking say? And then he gets a chance to flex, which is why I think this is possible. That's the only reason why I think it's possible is because Jerry Jones will take a victory lap if he's able to accomplish this.
He's absolutely right. Jerry will take a victory lap. But I'll keep it a buck, Cowboys Nation. If Jerry Jones went out and got Maxx Crosby, I'd potentially go on this channel, tip my hat to him, and give him an apology for continuously saying that he doesn't truly want to win, because if he wanted to win, he'd be making moves and making moves now. I'd have no problem saying that I was wrong and eating a little bit of crow if that were to happen, Cowboys Nation. But until then, I won't hold my breath on it. But jumping into the last clip, the guys over on the Pat McAfee Show put a little bit more realism in this conversation. So let's go ahead and take a listen to that so we can come back and unpack this raw and uncut.
This has always been the answer from the Raiders is people reach out about him and it's, no, we're not trading him. We're not doing that. So, like, they can put hey, sources tell me that the Cowboys are snooping around in Vegas. They want, like, that doesn't mean anything because if the...
You're talking about Trey Wingo's report?
That is exactly what I'm talking about. You know, I mean, it's a nice phrasing because it does, you know.
They're talking about Wingos?
I mean,
what's it going to take to get him?
That's
the
what
question.
You're talking about Trey Wingo right now?
Yes, I am.
Really?
You know what?
Wow.
I get it.
Trey Wingo?
It's out there. I get it.
We're bringing it.
I mean, it means nothing.
Trey Wingo gets a little chirpy, doesn't he?
Yeah, I'm a big Trey Wingo is full of shit guy. That's me.
Is that you?
Yeah, I'm a big. Sorry, I should have done the full sentence. I'm a big Trey Wingo is full of shit guy, but I do know people like him.
Dang, Trey Wingo's full of shit? So this whole situation about Maxx Crosby, that's a bullshit take? I will admit, Cowboys Nation, he's absolutely right. Just because you hear reports doesn't mean that it's actually going down for real. Cowboys Nation can actually get their hopes up when Maxx Crosby is wearing a Dallas Cowboys jersey. But until then, y'all ready for this Raw and Uncut? Y'all ready? Let's get it. Get ready for the Angry Cowboys fans Raw and Uncut.
Keeping it real. They keep it real. That's real.
Well, Cowboys Nation, the Dallas Cowboys organization is doing things it hasn't done in years. Cowboys Nation has been begging his team for the front office to get serious, to get aggressive this season due to the fact of how well the offense is playing. We can't sit back and say that the trade of Micah Parsons didn't affect this Dallas Cowboys defense in a negative way, because it did. We lost the edge to the team that we had with Micah Parsons being the edge rusher. The thing is, where one man goes, another man can replace him. Well, Cowboys Nation, the Dallas Cowboys have actually listened to the cries of Cowboys Nation, and they are in talks with acquiring Maxx Crosby from the Las Vegas Raiders. According to Trey Wingo over on X, breaking. According to sources, the Dallas Cowboys have made inquiries with the Raiders about a potential trade of Maxx Crosby. Well, Cowboys Nation, it looks as if the Dallas Cowboys are indeed making the moves to try and better this team heading into the trade deadline. I've gone on record saying that I felt that Jerry and Stephen Jones weren't going to make any moves before the trade deadline. Let's not get it twisted, though, Cowboys Nation. This is only talks. There hasn't been any phone calls to the Las Vegas Raiders. People are getting excited as if he just got signed on the dotted line when all it was just inquiries. This is how you get your hopes up and end up getting them teared down, just like the whole Derrick Henry situation. But look at it this way, Cowboys Nation. If Jerry was to go out and get Maxx Crosby to come be a Dallas Cowboy via trade, it would be a big middle finger to Micah Parsons and David Mulugeta. I mean, I know that there's some Cowboys fans who say that we should have just paid Micah Parsons, but I believe that there is more to the story than what meets the eye and the ear when it comes to the trade of Micah Parsons. I feel it didn't have anything to do with his performance out on the field. I think it had everything to do with his demeanor inside the locker room as well as his attitude during negotiations with Jerry. The thing that I worry about is Micah Parsons' ability to influence other players in the locker room. Could you imagine how it would have been if Micah Parsons stayed a Dallas Cowboy on the franchise tag? How much shit he would have been talking? How much bashing behind the scenes of Jerry Jones and how it could affect the other players in the locker room? As much as we think they should have just paid Micah Parsons, the price tag on unity and a cancer-free locker room is absolutely priceless, Cowboys Nation. With Maxx Crosby having a number of friends on the Dallas Cowboys, as well as being close friends with Dak Prescott, there's no issue with leadership in that locker room if he becomes a Dallas Cowboy. There's no issue with players jockeying for a leadership position. I've also heard that Maxx Crosby is a great leader and an excellent locker room presence. But this move could be a huge move for Jerry Jones and the Dallas Cowboys team. On top of that, if this trade were to lead to the playoffs and possibly a deep playoff run, then Jerry Jones and the Dallas Cowboys would have won the trade of Micah Parsons. The Dallas Cowboys would have exceeded expectations this year, and it gives this team a hell of a lot to work with for next year. But as we go down into the rabbit hole and take a look at Maxx Crosby's Instagram account, bro is now following a lot of Dallas Cowboys players. It makes you start to wonder if this is really going down, Cowboys Nation. Then we start to see that there's been no actual calls being made from the Dallas Cowboys to the Las Vegas Raiders. Also, the Raiders GM has spoken to Maxx Crosby personally just to let him know that he's going nowhere. So the Dallas Cowboys may need to look at a different team in order to get the pass rusher that they need for this defense to succeed. And honestly, I start taking a look at the New York Jets, the New York Giants, the New Orleans Saints, the Miami Dolphins, the Baltimore Ravens, the Cleveland Browns, Tennessee Titans, as well as the Arizona Cardinals to do business with. The Miami Dolphins have a couple of edge rushers to choose from, so that would be my fallback if Maxx Crosby were to fall through. I would also look at the Miami Dolphins to get Javonte Williams some help in the backfield, but that's a different video for a different day, Cowboys Nation. So will this Maxx Crosby deal go through? I don't see it happening, but I like the aggression that's being shown by Jerry and Stephen Jones. I like the fact that they're having the conversations. Now they need to pick up the phone and start actually making the phone calls, Cowboys Nation. This trade deadline is only 13 days away. If the Dallas Cowboys plan on doing something to better their team now, they better do it now. Otherwise, there'll be other teams that will hop on for the chance to better their team before we do. This has been your man, the Angry Cowboys Fan. Cowboys Nation, what do you feel about the news that's been going around as far as the Maxx Crosby trade goes? Do you think that Jerry Jones will pull the trigger on it? Will the Las Vegas Raiders even part ways with their franchise pass rusher? Y'all know how we do. We always talk about it in the comment section. If you're digging this content and want to help the channel reach its current goal of 20,000 subscribers, drop a like on this video, share the content, and if you're on your mobile device, make sure you hype this video. It truly helps me get the content out to even more Dallas Cowboys fans so they can get that classy Cowboys content. If you are DC for life and you want the Jones boys to continue this aggression to help this team this year, hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell to be notified whenever I go live, release a video, podcast episode, film breakdowns, or Madden 26 or College Football 26 gameplay. Maxx Crosby would be a great addition to this Dallas Cowboys defense. My thing is, if it doesn't go down and the Dallas Cowboys pick up someone who isn't Maxx Crosby or Myles Garrett, will Cowboys Nation complain and say, they need to pick up the phone and do some moves. They need to make some moves. The front office is actually moving, Cowboys Nation. Let's just hope they move in a direction that helps this team this year as well as for years to come. But this has been your man, the Angry Cowboys Fan. Happy hump day. I'll be going live, but I got to go to my grandson's Shiai for karate. I'll be going live after that. But until then, this has been your man, the Angry Cowboys Fan, and I'm out. Dang, Angry Cowboys Fan, you done made it through the entire video. But if you want more content, you can definitely go to this video right here. Or if you want the latest episode of the Angry Cowboys Fan podcast, you can go right here. But whatever you do, like, share, and subscribe to the channel, but remain DC for life.